Okay, so I certainly don't want to be the panicky guy that makes nothing into something, a mountain out of a molehill, blah, blah, blah. But this is really concerning about Thatcher Demko. Like, in my opinion, it is an absolute fact that this is very, very concerning. Like, the more and more I'm reading into this, and I'm watching Canucks training camp, and I'm watching Thatcher Demko speak, I'm like, this sounds really concerning. Like, he is their star goalie. Like, he's their number one guy. And Thatcher Demko is pretty good. Like, dude, last season he played like 50 games. And a couple of seasons ago, he played like, I'll put the stats up on the screen. He played like 64 games or something like that. Like, just insane. Like, these are big numbers for an NHL goalie to play. And he proved himself to be like a reliable and very good goalie. Like, he's a good, because again, I always say this, and if you've watched one of my other videos that have to do with a goalie, it's not just a goalie that has good NHL stats. It's a goalie that can just show up and play, right? It's just a guy that can just play. Because if you can hold a consistent level of save percentage, goals against, high danger save percentage, and all the stats we all talk about, if you can hold that to a level of consistency and play 50, even 60, 65 games, you are an NHL starter and possibly even a star. And Thatcher Demko, to some degree, proved that. Now, last season in the playoffs, he just was like, no, I'm not ready to go. Well, no, he played a little bit, but like he just essentially got injured, right? And I was like, okay, that sucks. That, what really sucks. But the guy had a full off season, and you're like, okay, like, we're good to go. But now you hear, like, I'm reading this article, and you're hearing all of these, like, just low-key insane things, like, oh, he's the first NHL goalie that ever had this injury. Like, what? What the hell is, like, first off, how is that even possible, that you have this rare muscle injury in which that no other NHL goalies have had before? Now, to be fair, other athletes, what they mean by that is, and no NHL goalies, other athletes obviously have had that, so that can be promising. And then you also hear more information about the fact that this isn't the type of injury that can be like fixed with surgery, right? Because even if you have a situation where, okay, like, a lot of players will have an ongoing injury and they will just, they'll rehab it, they'll manage it essentially for the season, and then maybe they'll get surgery in the off season, and then it'll be like to a degree relatively fixed. This is the type of injury that literally that can't happen. Like, I'm sorry, but hearing these things, in my opinion, hate me all you want, Canucks fans, this is concerning, man, with your star goalie. Like, damn, I will never hope an injury, especially something that could be career ending. Now, to be fair, they are displaying, to say the other side of it now, they are displaying, the Canucks management and Thatcher Demko himself are displaying that he does believe he's going to be back, and does believe he is going to be able to manage this injury throughout the rest of his NHL career. I mean, this is what it's going to be, right? Like, he's going to have to manage this injury throughout his NHL career now. Like, you can't fix it through surgery, or at least that's what one source was saying, right? So, I mean, if that's true, that's pretty concerning, but hopefully that ends up being true, because the Canucks are actually just hitting their stride. I mean, they have, like, really good young talented players, relative up and coming team, I would say. They looked pretty competent to a degree in the playoffs. Obviously, they still have a place to grow. They look like, okay, like, the Canucks are, the rubber's hitting the road for the Canucks. Man, for their star goalie to get injured would be devastating, dude. And if the management knew this about Thatcher Demko, I don't know, man. You got to be cutthroat. You got to be cutthroat. When you have an up and coming team, you need a goalie. He doesn't have to be the best goalie in the world, but they did. I mean, not that Thatcher Demko is an elite starter, but he's definitely a good quality starter that can play a lot of games. Now, I wonder if the fact that he played so many games weared him down. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. I'm just some guy with a mic, but damn. And so this is one thing that you should be watching a very close eye on him in preseason. Well, I don't think he's even going to be in preseason. He apparently, actually, to be fair, he's going to play at some point in October. That's what Pierre LeBrun said today on Overdrive. So that's pretty good. He'll play at some degree in October. When I watched him in practice today, he looked fine in his movements. So that is promising. So let's obviously hope for the best with Thatcher Demko, and I'm going to just leave it there. Obviously, hopefully we don't have to talk about any more injuries with this guy, and he can just be healthy the entire season. So I'm just going to leave the video there. If you could like, comment, subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Tell me why I'm wrong, tell me why I'm right, and have a great day, guys. Bye.